We're here at Family Reptiles, and we got two really cool tortoises here. And I have to say, these are sulcatas, correct?
That's correct, spur thigh sulcatas.
Now, I assume the mother that produced these was very big.
Dad was huge.
Give me a wingspan.
Car tire with legs.
That big? Yes. Wow. Now, how old do these things have to be before they will breed?
They usually get about 5 years before the males or the females start become of size to lay.
So this is a long-term project, in other words?
That's correct, yes.
You have to be very patient as a tortoise breeder.
You have to be patient no matter what.
Yeah. Now, if I buy one of these, what would one of these little guys eat like on a regular basis?
Mostly greens, so spring mixes, small fruits, vegetables, flowers, grass.
That's it. So it's pretty easy. You just got to give them fresh stuff every day.
That's correct.
What about water for these guys? Because I know these guys are desert tortoises, right?
They'll get some in their greens, but giving them some as well is good.
Would you give them a water bowl?
Yes.
Because some people believe in soaking tortoises. What's the theory behind that?
It's nothing. Just keep them clean, but they'll get their water through that.
So you're okay with them drinking then?
Yes, yes.
All right, well, let's see some of the other stuff you got here at the table. Let's put these guys back. All right, we're here at the ball python case, which is where most of the people are really focused on. It seems like the people who come to buy stuff here at Repticon love the ball python.
You know, so many different colors, so many different patterns, so much stripes. You know, it's the perfect package. It's not too big. We're only talking a snake that gets 3 feet, a little bit more. So for that perfect pet that a little kid's looking for, or maybe something for you know, a mom or dad, it really is the perfect package.
Or if you just want to breed, it doesn't take up a lot of space either.
That's correct. So you can, you know, get a small racking system. You can have 6 or 8 of them in a very small area. You know, we deal with boas and berms and retics as well, but wow, they take a lot of space. So.
Of course, yeah, and I know that myself personally. Now, you have a lot of babies here.
We do. We got about 150 here today at the show, and I have about 600, but we can't bring it all.
No, how many do you produce on a yearly basis, would you say?
We do over 1,000 a year.
Wow, that's a lot. Now, how big is your square footage where you're working at them?
Well, we have a reptile store in Lakeland, Florida at Family Reptiles, so we do some stuff in the store, and then we have a small farm where we do tortoises, alligators, snakes, and of course rodents. We do thousands.
Your own? Oh my God.
We have to. We have our own rodent farm. So.
Have you gotten into any of the albino alligators?
I do. I own one albino.
You do?
I do. Her name is Prada, and so she's a female albino. Right. So we'll hopefully be breeding her here in a couple of years. When
that is awesome. Maybe I'll come and get some offspring. Now, let's talk about these. These are 3 pretty exquisite looking ball pythons. Obviously, this being a pied. Talk to me a little bit about the genetics of these.
And, you know, so back in high school, my science teacher tried to teach me a Punnett square, and I thought, when would I ever use this? Right. And I use it all the time now. So several of our animals, including our pied, they're recessive genes. So albino, ghost, pied, axanthic, different types. So both parents have to be those gene carriers. On the outsides, we have some calico and super pastel traits. So those are our co-dominant and dominant traits, so they can pass them along. So even though there's over 150 base morphs, once you kind of understand what each morph is and how it works with the other morphs, you can make some pretty amazing stuff.
And I've seen some pretty nice pied ball pythons on the market now. I mean, this was like the gold standard when it first came out. Now, this is just a regular snake now. What does a regular pied go for nowadays?
So they're about $300 to $500 for a regular pied.
And what did they go through when they first came out?
$80,000.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that amazing? That I'm holding technically an $80,000 snake here at one point in time, probably 10 years ago, right?
About 15 years ago. That's correct.
Amazing. Well, you're doing some great stuff here. Keep up the great work, and one of these days we got to get out to your farm so we can see your albino alligator.
Sounds like. Come out and have some fun. Thanks, guys.